I will show you how to analyze different pivot points when you switch between time frames on the same chart. It's super easy to do and we'll do this step by step. Basically what you want to do is to add the same indicator few times and specify on which time frames you want this indicator to be displayed. And here I have my classic pivot points indicator, and when I add it I can specify different pivot points, and let's say that I want to see our pivot points on 1 minute and 5 minute time frames. To do so I have to deselect all time frames to none, and I want to select specify time frames where I want to see my indicator. And let's say that, as I said, 1 minute, 5 minutes, it's fine for me. Okay, now when I switch to lower time frame I can see my hour pivot points, and when I switch to higher time frame there is nothing. And now I can add the same indicator once again, and I can specify that I want to, let's say, see 4 hour pivot points, and I want to see this on, let's say, 15 minutes time frame and 30. Okay, now you can see that 1 hour time frame there is nothing. I switch to lower, I can see that I have 4 hour pivot points. I switch to 15 minutes, still 4 hour pivot points. 5 minutes, I have 1 hour pivot points. So again, super easy. Later, if you want to modify or change something, you can go to indicators, settings, and select a specific option, and from there you can change maybe time frame or maybe pivot point that you want to see. In the end, what I mostly use is something like so. So we have a few different classic pivot points. The lowest one, our pivot, is on 1 minute and 5 minute time frame. Then we have 4 hour. 4 hour is on 15 minutes and 30 minute time frame. Later we have daily, and daily is displayed on 1 hour time frame. We also have weekly pivot points, which are shown on 4 hour time frame. And lastly we have monthly pivots, which are displayed on the daily. And that's it. When I switch to weekly or monthly, I have nothing there, but you can display there, let's say, yearly pivot points. And yeah, in the end, it's super clean, because when you switch on the same chart, you can see different pivot points. Maybe you are scalping, but you want to check situation on daily pivot points or weekly. Then you simply switch to higher time frame and check the situation. Also, you can do the same with other indicators. You can see that on higher time frames I have standard Bollinger Bands, but when I switch to 1 minute time frame where I usually scalp, then I have totally different indicators. I have my indicator like Ichimoku, I have 2 sets of Bollinger Bands, and all of this is displayed only on 1 minute time frame. And when I switch to higher time frame, I have my different set of indicators, in that case Bollinger Bands, which is on everything but 1 minute time frame. So yeah, simple but very useful thing to do when you set up your chart, your template. Of course, in the end you can save this as your template and use it on different pairs. Maybe you want to use only a few different sets of pivots like daily, weekly, monthly, because you do not use pivots low, such as 4 hour pivots or 1 hour pivots. That's fine. I just wanted to show you different combinations that you can use when you set up your chart.